Grand Marshal Russ Tompkins. 70 years Russ has been around. He's an 86-year resident of Pleasantville. He was a member of the Pioneer Hook and Ladder from 1954 to now. He's chief of the department. He was a member of the Board of Fire Commissioners for 35 years. He's been Grand Marshal 6 times before. He's retired Vice President of the Bank of New York. He's a member of the Rotary Club, Pleasantville Chamber of Commerce Man of the Year 1990, Pleasantville Volunteer Ambulance Corps co-founder. Russ and his wife Alice have 2 children, Bruce and Sharon, and 3 grandchildren, and 3 great-grandchildren. And he'll be riding in the car, as I said before, donated by Pleasantville Ford. Russ has had enough jobs and achievements for more than one person, but great men have that happen to them. One thing that's not mentioned here, Russ was in the service in World War II and did significant service in North Africa, received a battlefield commission under General Patton. So he was always where the action was and always did a good job. Now it's supposed to have 26 departments. And Bob Murphy, as I said, put together the sheet for me. It's supposed to be 745 firemen, and between the firemen and the bands, we should have 1,200 people in the parade. And this fella to the next to me is our TV, PCTV, and you'll be seeing this parade at some point in time on what?
Channel 76.
Channel 76. So you'll have a rerun. If you missed something tonight, you can get it on the rerun. Here they come. I might mention that the Pleasantville Volunteer Fire Department Band is leading the Pleasantville group, and they will have concerts on the 27th of June, July 18th, and August 8th in front of the library up on Bedford Road. So enjoy some good music in the evening at 7 p.m. Come on down, as they say. Here's our new motorcycle squadron of 1. Pleasantville grown police officer. State Police. Works our area and around. Pleasantville Volunteer Fire Department Color Guard. And here's the Grand Marshal, Russ Tompkins. 70 years of service. What you do in your spare time, Russ? And as usual, we've invited the dignitaries from the town and the village, and I'll introduce them as I can figure out who they are. Some are familiar to me. Jonathan Cunningham, Mindy Barad, Brian Scarstad, Joan Mayberry, the Mount Pleasant trustees, Carl Fulgenzi, Pete D'Amelio, Mark Rubio, Thomas Cialiano, Pat Scober. They were in that group, and I'm sorry I didn't catch it right away. Leading the parade, Board of Fire Commissioners, Bruce Green, Chairman, Ron Giorgio, and John Thies. John Brooks and Ken Wagner are also commissioners, but they're doing other duty in the parade. Driving the car is Lou Schussler with 56 years of service. Volunteer Fire Department Band, led by Joel Engelbretson. Joel's been doing it for 38 years. Pleasantville Volunteer Fire Department Band. Fire Department. Getting carried away. Chief Bruce LaMonica. First Assistant Chief Manny Colmenares. Second Assistant Chief Jim Vanden Rossenberg. Chaplain Paul Ingensteiner. The men and women of the Pleasantville Volunteer Fire Department. Some of them. There's more behind the scenes. And your ladies auxiliary of Pleasantville. Captain Lisa Dulce was the captain of the Ladies Auxiliary. And here's the latest addition to the Pleasantville Volunteer Fire Department. Tower Ladder 5, brand spanking new. Engine 91. Rescue 47. As you can see, all these trucks look brand spanking new because they're well kept and well, a lot of elbow grease. This is engine 260, one of our older rigs, 1984, but again, they're well kept. And an older truck yet, but a great truck still, engine 259. This next rig is a tanker. You might not think we need tankers in Pleasantville with all the hydrants, but we do have some areas where we don't have water. So this tanker is very handy. We can't do a heck of a lot without water, I have to admit. So when we need it, it's great to have it. The Pleasantville Ambulance Corps. Another great service outfit. These people are all volunteers. They have to have a lot of training, as you know, and it's on a voluntary basis. And we always need volunteers, so if you're interested, please come down, whether you want to be a fireman or an ambulance corps person, okay? We'll be happy to see them show up when you're in time of need. This vehicle in front of us with the blue front is a unique vehicle, special operations, special events, so to speak, bad accidents, whatever. They might show up, set up tents for hot weather operations, and a very dedicated group. They have a new facility down by the park, the field at Thornwood, and stop by and see it. I'm sure they'd be happy to show it to you. At first I thought this was our old truck, but it's American LaFrance from Rhine Cliff, New York. And there's a fellow who takes pride in it also, keeps it in good shape. The kid never grows up. He wanted a fire engine. These folks in front of us right now from Beekman, New York. They've come a long way. And I mentioned Gene Dorn's name earlier tonight. Our neighbors to the north, Chappaqua. You may know or may not know, but we have a county-controlled organization that when we need help or they need help, county control organizes the other departments to come to our assistance or ours to theirs or whatever. But we're individual departments, but we're one big unit when it comes to need. Standing next to me is Bruce Green, chairman of the board. Bruce? I know you can't wait.
Yeah, it's my favorite part of the evening is just standing up here watching all the guys.
The Board of Fire Commissioners are an elected group, and like the rest of us, they're unpaid. They spend a lot of time deciding how the department should be run, what we need. So again, an awful lot of volunteers in this town, and we thank them for that. Here comes part of my family. My sister, Grandma, for the third time. She cheated because they got two at once here. We got twins. I forgot to mention earlier that our new Chief Charlie returned, and our new chief is ex-Lieutenant Richie Love. I wish him well. I'm sure he'll do a good job. And again, we thank the Pleasantville Police Department for the work they do. See, part of the judging criteria is something that's happening right now. In order to keep the parade moving, there's a 100-foot criteria between groups, and if you don't maintain that, you lose points when it comes to competing. So the judges are not listening to me, but I'm telling you folks what the criteria is, aside from marching and dress uniforms, or the cleanest uniforms, the color guards, how snappy they look, how snappy they march, and the overall appearance of the whole group. It's how you see it. You see them coming down the road. You look at them overall and say, wow, that's a good looking group. Fire Department, led by Chief Richie Banquet. Junior Corps, Fireman of Tomorrow, the Thornwood Ladies Auxiliary. And the founder of the Thornwood Fire Department, which the truck he first ex-Chief Dwyer. Their pride and joy antique. 1899. Wow. Over the years, the colors of the fire trucks have evolved. Used to be red was a fire truck. As you can see, there was some thought given to visibility at night, bad weather. Thornwood started that tradition somewhat. Pretty snappy looking new truck. Engine 88, brand new. Our neighbors to the south. Sorry about my mistake. Hawthorne Fire Department. They also have a great ambulance corps. I'm sorry I missed them on my main sheets here, but I was missing that sheet. So I'm like a robot up here. I'm just reading what's here, and there wasn't a sheet for it.
White, orange, or green? What color? White, orange, or green?
can see that we have another color change. Traditional white of Briarcliff Manor. Let me introduce ex-Mayor John Mona.
Welcome, everyone. All this equipment looks so beautiful. All the men and women look so great in their uniforms. But what's really important is what's inside of them. What's inside of them is a commitment to the community and devotion and the time they put in to protect us and keep us safe. So let's be thankful for that. You don't see that. That's inside. And that's the spirit that makes them such wonderful members of our community.
Well said, John. Well said. Also with us tonight is Thomas Avenatti, Assemblyman. Let him say a few words to you. We appreciate him coming down, keeping tabs on the volunteer service.
Just want to say good evening and hello, and congratulate everyone for putting together such a beautiful parade, and to thank all of those who are in the parade for their dedication. They make our community safe, and they give it the quality of life that we all have come to expect.
I'd also like to introduce Jonathan Cunningham. Mayor Shearer is away in Canada on business, and I'll ask him to say a few words.
Good evening. It's hard to believe this is actually the Fireman's Parade because it's not hot and it's not raining. So for that we have to be thankful for, in addition to the devotion and the commitment of these men and women of the volunteer fire services. So thank you very much.
Next in line is coming from Archville to the west. The Archville Fire Department. Terry Piper. Archville Group led by Chief Peter West. And what you see out front now is Archville's newest piece of fire apparatus. Required a lot of physical effort pumping it, but that was one of the first, or maybe the first, pumper. It was hand operated. In many cases they were horse drawn. And they take great pride in that because that's part of their history. Included with the Archville Group for the Mechanical Hills Fire Department. From the town of Mount Pleasant, Town Supervisor Joan Mayberry. I want to say Bob Meehan, but he was here for so long. But no, we have a new lady in town, Joan Mayberry.
Thank you, sir. I am the new Bob Meehan, Joan Mayberry. It's a pleasure to be here this evening. Pleasantville always puts on a spectacular parade, and tonight is no exception. Congratulations to all the Pleasantville residents, to all of the volunteers who are here this evening, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
From a little further south, coming down the road, is the Valhalla Fire Department. Led by the local 21. Pipe band. Led by ex-chief of the White Plains Fire Department and ex-chief of the Pleasantville Fire Department, John Cullen. Led by Chief Eugene Baratton. With the Valhalla Fire Department is the Valhalla Ambulance Corps. 50 years of service. Another great working group. They're there when you need them. When the phone call comes in, they're there. It's not simply a Band-Aid group anymore. These folks have to go through all kinds of training, have to be qualified, and the type of equipment they have, life-saving devices. Costs money. I know you folks get requests in the mail for donations, and just keep in mind that all these folks are working for free, okay? So you're not paying for labor. Leading the next parade is ex-Chief Bob Obuck. The Glenville Fire Department. Chief Jim Heavey. They're part of the Greenwich Fire Department. Okay. One of my favorite bands, snappy looking outfit, the Tarrytowners. Auxiliary, probably the best in the state. Trophy winners every place they go. Led by President Kathy Carletti. Look at those gals, they're sharp. Their trophy case is filled. Ah, here's that old guy that don't like to be called an old guy. Ex-Chief Neil Gillardy. The Millwood Fire Department. They're going to get a new firehouse up there, finally. a couple of years, there'll be a spanking new building. They deserve it. Leading the Ardsley Fire Department, another great band, the Westchester Brassmen. Ardsley is led by Chief Eddie Callahan. Fire Department. Chief Eddie Callahan. And the Ardsley Junior Corps. Good-looking group of boys and girls. Young men and women, I should say. Firemen of tomorrow. Pieces of apparatus like this coming by now run close to $1 million. And the pumpers behind them probably in the $700,000, $600,000. But they last a long time and they do great service. And they're kept with great pride. Company 1, Ardsley. Used to be their #1 rig. You can see the evolution from that truck to the one in front of it. Now we've had the battle of the bands. Here comes another one. St. Peter's Drum Corps, leading the Ossining Fire Department. Led by Chief Thomas Reddy. St. Peter's Drum Corps. Takes a great band to lead a great department. You'll see what I mean. How's that, folks? Is that pretty good? The Ossining Fire Department. The fire police on the tail end of that group. That's only a little piece of the Ossining Fire Department. They have about 600 or more firemen. I might be undercounting that even. I know they have 3 ladder trucks. There's only one here, so they usually have one section come. So they probably have about 6 engines. Hook and ladder coming by now is more your traditional ladder truck. The others are what we call bucket trucks. They have a bucket on the end. Casting volunteer. Chief Sean Kieran. Sorry, Chief, I screwed it up. The handwriting wasn't too good. Putnam Valley. We're all neighbors, no matter how far away we are. The volunteer service helps in every direction. We can mobilize the whole state if we had to, if there was an emergency. The White Plains Fire Department, Volunteer Division. Chief Robert Amadio was with that group. Sorry, Chief. Up here with us from Pleasantville also we have Mindy Barard and Brian Skarstad from our village board. Who pretty much are volunteers, work for next to nothing. Next Captain Larry Fosnack. Leading the Armonk Parade. The Armonk Fire Department. Chief Lucy Labriola. I don't say Chief Lucy. I have to apologize to that last group. That was Tarrytown. My sheets were screwed up. I apologize. That's why there wasn't a Chief Lucy there. Sorry, Tarrytown. neighbors to the south, North Rock Plains. Chief Larry Bremer. I had a sheet here for Armonk. That's what fouled me up, because they're not here. Again, I apologize to Terrytown. They may have had a problem, such as a fire, which is their main job. Sometimes they come late, and when they do, they come in at the end of the parade. Years ago, Chappaqua had a fire when we used to meet down at the Parkway Field. And about 9:30, 10 o'clock, in the dark, we hear music, and there comes Chappaqua. They brought their rigs back from the fire, put back on their uniforms, and there they were. And we have a special award trophy, and guess who got it that night? All of these departments that are marching have contingency situations where if they get a call, there are designated people that will drop out of line and rigs that might drop out of line and go with them. I know that's what Pleasantville will do. Coming down the road now is the Reliance engine and ladders, company number 1 of the Portchester Fire Department. Name of the musical unit is Company B. Chief Engineer Kevin McFadden. Part of the Portchester Fire Department. Portchester Fire Department. Great looking group. Coming down the road now is the Mount Kisco Fife and Drum Corps, leading their department, Mount Kisco Fire Department. I have to admit, this is my favorite band, Fife and Drum Corps. And if they played Gary Owen, it would be sensational, but Leading this group is ex-commissioner, ex-captain Tom Langen, President and Secretary of the Board of Fire Commissioners. Leading the Mount Kisco Fire Department is Chief Michael Bowles. Some of the apparatus of the Mount Kisco Fire Department. Different firehouses. The Independents are on Lexington Avenue. As you can see, they have a different color. But they only have one color for firefighters. But I have to admit, I've seen a lot of lights on fire engines, but this is the first pinwheel light I've seen. Uh-oh. What happened? Very good, very good. From across the river fire department is the Tampa Z-Man. Chief Frank Heineman leads the Congress Fire Department, again, from across the river. I hope you didn't come in separate cars, a lot of tolls. Welcome and thank you for coming. We have Congress from the other side of the river. Now we're going back on this side of the river to the Hastings-on-Hudson Department, which will be coming down shortly. There's another antique firefighting apparatus. This lady blocking the parade in front here is my wife. I thank her for supporting me. This band is the Tappan Zee Bridgemen. And they are leading the Hastings-on-Hudson Fire Department. Chief James Sarfati. Another junior corps. Again, our firefighters of tomorrow. This ladder truck coming down now is unique. Not that it hasn't been seen before, but it's a tiller truck where you have two drivers, one in the front and one in the back. And this is brand spanking new. Replaces the one they had. I don't know whether they kept the one they had, but this is quite a rig. Not too many of them around. Ladder 22. I can't imagine what that cost. It's got to be over $1 million. But when you need it, it's there. From Greenville. Lieutenant John Felitti is in charge. Hartsdale, New York, one of their older rigs. You see the judge's ears perk up? Chief Judge here looked. Who is that? They'll spend about an hour or so compiling the results and sorting it out and coming up with the trophies. City Police Band, welcome, a newcomer to our parades. From Mamaroneck Fire Department. Chief Chris Sismankowski. How's that, Chief? Did I do it? I had to look twice. Mamaroneck has numerous fire engines throughout the area. We're seeing a representation of each one of them. Now coming down the road, Memorial Falls Volunteer Fire Department, led by the Regulators. Another good band. Memorial Falls Fire Department is led by Chief Ted Pollack. Welcome, Chief. You have the Memorial Fire Department, you have the Memorial Falls Fire Department. And I think they just call them the Falls, right? Another old rig that they take pride in keeping. Well, as they said in the cartoons, that's all, folks. We thank you for coming. It was a great parade. We had great weather. And come back again. Thank you, judges.